Welcome back, welcome back. We have Sandy Martin with us, and she's from Eureka Springs. And tell us about, now you've been here before, but I have totally just blanked out of what your portion of the Fleur Delicious is all about.
Well, the Writers' Colony is involved in Fleur Delicious for a whole lot of reasons. And last year we did a French-themed sampling and fun event with Chef Andre Perot from the Peabody, or then the Peabody, I guess that's no more. And he did French-themed food that was fantastic, and of course he is French, so it really added to it, and he's a funny, funny guy. And we had Margie Rowlands from Ramondo Winery again that paired with him and did samplings just on her oils and her vinegars last year. Okay. So this year we've now kind of taken it a little bit on steroids. And we're doing, once again, we're doing the kind of the kickoff event on Wednesday, July 9th. With samplings and sips. I think Eileen mentioned that, you know, we're doing it with Chef Rob Nelson from Tuscan Trotter down in Bentonville on the Square. He's fantastic, trained in French, so he's doing French appetizers. And Margie Rowlands is coming back from Ramondo Winery, and we'll be doing and selling her wines and her oils and her vinegars. So that's always fun. That's 5 to 7. The Writers' Colony role has really kind of been to help kick it off, because we don't compete with any of the restaurants. And we kind of like to promote all of Eureka, and we can. And food and fun is, you know, in the DNA of the Writers' Colony from our history. So we like to do that. And this year we're taking it on steroids a little bit, because we're, you know, the French are famous for their love of wine and food and each other. So we wanted to add something on that little passionate part of it and the romance part. So we're having La Femme Chaude Fest, Hot Mama Fest, which is a exotic, women-only weekend retreat. It's a writing workshop as well as a retreat around the genre of erotica romance, which is a huge genre right now, ever since particularly 50 Shades of Grey kind of put it in the mainstream. And, so that's going to be a fun weekend. There'll be themes around food, obviously. There'll be intensive writing workshops. We have 2 very well-known and successful erotica romance and mystery romance writers. Zetta Brown, who hails from Scotland. She and her husband both write erotica romance. And Elle James, who is from the Fayetteville area, who also writes under the name of Mila Jackson. And they'll be doing not only how to write and why you love that genre of reading, and why, you know, kind of deconstructing why 50 Shades of Grey was so popular. But they'll also teach you how to write it, how to develop the characters, what's the difference between that and other genres that are a little bit more racy, but, you know, not erotica. And how to publish, how to get published. Zetta happens to be not only a successful writer, but she's also an editor and a publisher.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be kind of the full gamut, and then a whole lot of fun in between. There'll be a field trip to the Fine Art of Romance. There'll be a field trip to the burlesque show at the Voulez-Vous Lounge. Lots of food, lots of laughter, and lots of adult beverages.
Now, you talk about this workshop and all the things that are going on there. Do you have to be a member of your workshop?
No,
of your
you don't.
organization?
It's open to the public, and anyone that becomes a resident is an automatic alumni, so they get a discounted rate. Or if you sign up for any of our workshops, you become an alumni.
What? So, how much is that?
It's $395 for the full package, which includes stay at the fabulous Writers' Colony in Eureka Springs, dinners, breakfasts, lunch, goodie bag, workshop materials, the whole ball of wax.
So it's a sort of all-inclusive.
All-inclusive, totally all-inclusive. And still some free time to enjoy the rest of the Fleur Delicious.
And is it a one-day event?
It actually starts on Thursday night and goes through Sunday. So we'll have an opening
that one
reception.
price encompasses all that, right?
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right. And if we run out, we have 8 suites at the Writers' Colony. So if we run out of that, we're just about there already. Then it's $295, and we'll help you find a room. One of our other B&Bs or fabulous hotels.
But what a great opportunity for potential writers, for someone wanting to have fun, but also help with the education part of that.
Well, it's a huge. Amazon has started their own line of erotica romance books. I mean, it's a huge, huge industry.
Oh yeah.
And there are some. One of the members of our board is president of Novelist Inc. International right now, and she was telling us that there are people who write erotica romance, and they can make over $4,000 a week writing it.
Wow.
Online. And yeah, thinking about changing your occupation?
Well, I'm trying to come up with the $3.95. Where am I going to get that?
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting.
But it's going to be fun.
For an entrepreneur looking for a new line of business, that would be something to even consider.
Yeah, very much so. And I think that's what's actually happened about why it's increased so much, because plus digital publishing and blogging.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everybody's doing that. Yeah. Anybody can do it, but you still have to be talented. The people
that
you can't just
you just can't go in there and say, I'm going to give me the formula, I'll fill in the blanks. No, you got to have you have a creative mind, and you got to
and translating it onto page is so different than just saying it or thinking it, because when you're reading it, you have, it has to encompass all of that. It has to be like real life to you, I guess.
Well, and it has to be a story.
Right.
It has to be, you have
to have characters you care about. It has to have a plot that progresses.
Exactly.
And all that,
and it has to make sense, or it just doesn't work.
Right.
And that's what's going to be covered in the workshop, I'm sure.
Absolutely. They define what erotica is, what erotica romance is, and L. James also does erotica mysteries, which are kind of fun. And they explain all that, define all that, then they deconstruct it. And there'll be several exercises on how to develop characters, and then how to develop a plot and a story, and then how to add the romance to it and the erotica, to it as well.
It's more complex than you think about.
Yeah. It is, but from what I understand from people who have attended some in other cities and at national conventions, it's quite a blast. It's fun. They even have pajama parties at night.
That's neat.
Yeah,
That's
so
funny.
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Okay.
How can people get a hold of you?
They can contact the Writers Colony at 479-253-7444, or email director@writerscolony.org. Website is writerscolony.org as well.
Okay.
You can also find out about the events on the Fleur Delicious website.
There's a link to your page,
it is,
okay.
and on the Facebook page as well.
Okay.
Because we just decided this year that whole food, fun, and passion, Fleur Delicious allows us to do all of that stuff.
That's cool.
So,
Exactly.
Yeah, neat.
yes.
Well, if you're
Thank you
interested,
so much, Sandy.
contact Sandy and do her contacts there. And sounds like a great opportunity for a writer to break out into something new.
Break out into something new is an understatement.
Yeah.
Maybe. We've had several men that say, "Can we come and drag?" And it's Eureka. They probably will.
Go for it.
Thanks,
Anything
Sandy.
goes.
That's right.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll
Thank
take
you.
another break, and when we come back, I think we will move over to our other side of the studio for some more food and great entertainment here from some of the other guests that are going to be on the show. Stay with us. That was